Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friend Vats. My name is Jared. There's my boy Carl. And today I got some mail. I got my new subscription. And I'm like, what is this? Because I ordered uh, a subscription for Absolute Batman and Nightwing. And I'm like, this isn't either of those. This is going to be Hush. Oh. And so this really frustrated me because right from the get, I went in on a subscription for Batman, yes, but I wanted Volume 4. And I only wanted Volume 4 because I really want Matt Fraction's story. I want to get every issue of Matt Fraction with Jorge Jimenez, and I didn't want to have to drive down a mountain that takes over an hour on a very, very windy road just to go to the nearest comic shop. Now there's a video game store, more local, but it's still a 40-minute drive, and I don't want to drive 40 minutes to get one comic book. And so I get subscriptions now, right? I collect like 5 titles, and it's just easier for a subscription to come to my house. I specifically wanted Batman Volume 4, the new ongoing Batman series that's after this volume, Volume 3, but they never finished Volume 3 because the head of the company, Jim Lee, doesn't seem to ever manage to finish anything that he starts. And so Midtown Comics, or what are they called? Yeah, Midtown Comics, they sent me Batman 162. I don't want Batman 162, but and what I have read of the first 2 issues, 158 and 159 of Hush, I didn't like. I mean, the first issue was okay, but it was really just like playing off the first issue of the last Hush. And the last Hush, I am 40 years old. I am a 40-year-old man. When Hush 1 was coming out, I was 17. I was a teenager in my final year of high school when Hush 1 came out. And Hush 2 is coming out when I'm a 40-year-old man. That is nonsense. It's kind of cool that you got Jim Lee and Jeph Leob back together, but Hush 2? There's already been a bunch of Hush stories after Hush 1. And so this felt like, in the first 2 issues that I've read, it felt like Jeph Leob did not read anything after his run on Batman, so much that everyone felt like it was something that happened 20-something years ago, which it seems that way. And so much that, I read 158, 159. I didn't read 60, 61. So I missed 2 issues, read this one just now, and it feels like something that happened that could be happening 20 years ago in Batman, because he hasn't read any of the current stuff. He just kind of put the current Robin in and was like, oh, I guess Barbara's Batgirl, so I'm going to make Batgirl this one. Right? This Batgirl could be interchanged for any other Batgirl because there's nothing that Barbara does in here that's Barbara E. Right? And so it could have been just any one. This could have been Tim. And is this a Tim Sale image, or did Jim Lee just draw a Tim Sale style? But that looks like it's from Dark Victory. Anyway, so it pretty much starts off with Batman inducing some kind of drug into Barbara. Nightwing's mad. Batman throws a gas bomb and then swings away, and him and Catwoman crash through this church, and they just talk because evidently he says, how is that, she's like, I'd kick your ass. And so he's like, oh yeah, you probably would. And so they chatted up, And it's kind of just, she's like, why are you doing this? You shouldn't be doing this. And this is the more annoying part for me. Batman fighting his family members happened in this, was just like 2 years ago. And it's a better story than what's going on in here. And so Jeph Leob didn't read this, didn't do any research. And so I don't know if he thinks he's being innovative by having Batman fight his family. But here they are. And so Damian steals Nightwing's motorcycle and drags Batman through the city. Which this is where, like, Jim Lee as an artist is losing his sequential storytelling, or Jeph Leob's script. He's just going exactly what Jeph Leob's script is. I don't know if someone's at fault here, but it doesn't make any sense because, so Batman's tied to this, right? Tied to this rope and on Damian's motorcycle. Riddler shoots it, and he's got some great aim to shoot a loose rope. And because the rope is loose, Damian just crashes? Okay. That doesn't make any sense, but yeah, he just crashes. And Batman has a fight with Riddler that lasts a page. And apparently Riddler has an exoskeleton suit, so he zaps him. And then Hush is up here, and he's shooting scalpels at Nightwing and Barbara, and I guess Huntress just shows up and spins her stick fast enough to repel all scalpels. Your boy Zach did a review of this, and he kind of hit it on the nose, where he said, like, every page is just cool stuff happening, so it's like more valuable on the original art market. So, like, right, you got Huntress in a pose with Nightwing doing a pose, and then you got Nightwing, Batman, and Hush all doing something, and then you got, like, all the characters here. And this was really funny to me, like, this always annoys me as a comic book reader. It always pulls me out. But Jim Lee just, like, forgot what mask he was drawing. Like, bottom points, no bottom points. And that's the only one. I'm like, ugh. And that also bugs me too, because, like, he's not drawing the Nightwing mask properly. Like, that's not how it looks at all in any of the other books. And I remember back when I was just turned 18 or 7, like, I had to been just turned 18 when that issue of Hush, Batman 615, came out. And I remember being really irritated that Jim Lee didn't draw Nightwing correctly. And then everyone started drawing Nightwing wrong because they copied Jim Lee at the time. And I just would, ugh. And so Jim Lee seems to only have one mask design for the entire Bat family. Like, okay. And yeah, so this sucks, man. I did not enjoy this at all. Like, and then, yeah, then now the Joker's here, because why wouldn't he be? Yeah, this is not, and, you know, I don't like talking crap about comics on my YouTube videos, but yeah, I'm not into this. This is like, you know, I would have liked this a lot more maybe in like 2005, but in 2025, bro, like, this should have come out like 2 years after the original Hush, and it would have been fine. Not 23 years later. But what are you going to do? So thank you, Midtown Comics, for wasting one of my months of Batman. I didn't want this, and hopefully Jim Lee just stays slow forever and doesn't disrupt my 12-month cycle of Batman comics. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.